Hello.
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 Let's get these interviews underway. This has been the ETF2L Season 17 powered by TT eSports Premiership Qualifiers. You just missed all the action if you've joined us now, but you are here for the interviews. First up is going to be our champion. It's Skeege, medic and captain of Fenneks eSports by Simray.com. How does it feel to be in the Prem?
It feels good to be back. That's all I can say. It feels good to play med where it's fun to play med.
I was saying to Ips in the pre-game, the tiny 2-minute pre-game I had, that I'd been collecting votes for seedings for the Invite Cup on Sunday, and a lot of people had rated Lethal Weapon ahead of Fenneks, and then Decerto were bottom, and you guys have sort of come out and bucked the trend here. Did you feel, I'm not going to ask you did you think you were going to win, but how confident were you going into this game with a new roster or sort of players being replaced? Mind had just been swapped out for Clar.
Mm-hmm. Well, we had some troubles with the pocket trial. Like, it was hard to get good trials going. Mind had some connection problems, so he never got a good trial. And before that, by the way, Slate trialed, but yeah, we didn't really see too much prospect in that. So, and looking at these logs, maybe it was a good choice. But
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Shout out to Slate. But yeah, Clar, I don't know. It was like, if we take Clar, it doesn't matter if the team play is not there yet in the beginning, because this guy, even if he chases frags or he goes off somewhere and ignores a call, in the end he will do big damage. And in the end, damage, well, doesn't always win the game, but it will always help.
One thing I noticed in this final game was that right from the start, GF18 was prepared to snipe and definitely won you a few of those early rounds. And we hadn't seen it in the previous game. Was this something you were holding back for the finale, or was it just the way things happened?
Usually Delzik is our boss sniper, and you saw him doing some sick picks at the end. But I think in the first game it was GF, yeah. GF can snipe when he really feels like it, and Delzik can snipe anytime because he will always rape.
So, like, your roster was really turbulent in the pre-season. Originally, you were looking at Hui as your demo man. You decided to go with Sickless. Like, what was behind that decision, and how are you feeling about it now, having made it into Prem?
Well, everybody heard from Cadus that, you know, he was, when he couldn't find a team, he was up to try with us, and I was very happy to be playing with him again. It was going to be awesome, and then, you know, it took him away.
Yeah, that's like
you're good at taking demos away.
I'm just fucking, I'm stealing your players whenever I want. You just keep them warm. You're my bench, man. How does that feel?
Some kind of, I'll see it as a positive form of cooperation, I guess. But,
it's a very one-sided form of cooperation, if you ask me. I'm the parasite.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I don't know. We had Hui and Sickless left to trial. And it was like Hui was more consistent and seemed to try and work better with the team. Sickless was more like the Clar type of guy, like sometimes ignoring what the rest was saying and just going for damage. But in the end, we noticed that it was working because, yeah, we played last season with Kratos and Sakper, and I have to say Kratos improved a lot. He played really well today as well. But the damage output was just way lower than what Sickless is doing, for instance. And so the damage output helped. And obviously the crits. Sickless is so confident with the crits. He just says, give it to me here, and he knows that he's going to hit something. I think he failed only one crit.
In Riverside.
Yeah.
In Chilas, he couldn't find a frag. They were all hiding from him.
Yeah, and I think there was some miscommunication about the time the soldier should bomb. And by the way, he played very well with the team today. Like, it was unlike our trials. Like, he was exactly in the place where we needed him almost every time.
Okay, just confirm for me then, is this your final roster for season 17, or will there be more changes if it...
I don't know if I should break this now. But Delzik was always a bit silent lately during games, and today or yesterday he came up to me and he was like, I'm actually kind of tired of this game. and I didn't have the time to talk about it with him properly. So today I asked, like, are you serious about that? Do you really want to quit? And please just, do your last, how do you call it? Your last, give your best shot tonight, and then we'll see. Mm-hmm. And after the game, we won 5-0 versus Decerto. He left Mumble instantly, so I don't know what's up. I'm gonna have to talk to him. So I hope that maybe going Prem will motivate him again, because I really love playing with Delzik. But if he doesn't, I don't want to force him to play, because that's only bad. So if he doesn't want to play, we will be searching for a new scout.
And there's one risk I want to mention, right? You got into playoffs now for Premiership, and now you're at the bottom of Premiership. And if he's really not as motivated now to play, it's not going to get better if you guys, chances are you're going to get beaten a lot. So
you need to improve,
Yeah, so I think it might just hinder if you have to motivate someone. You want to get someone in that is motivated to basically get a bit whooped around now to improve as a team together, because that's what is ahead now. I don't like that's realistic. You're realistic.
Mm-hmm. I think the main problem will be with Clara and Cyclus, to get them playing along with the rest. And if that works, then we already have achieved a lot. And if Delzik is then maybe playing half-assedly, I don't know. I'll just he has to think for himself and honestly decide, like, do I want to or not. Yeah. And if there's doubt, then maybe it's better not to play.
Throughout the night, we were saying that your scouts on mids, like obviously on the locks, they're not appearing as important. They're like on like 5k damage on the bottom of the score, but still you guys were winning. But we were saying, James and me, that especially on mids, it was clear that the scouts were doing so much stuff on their own. Like you barely were having to heal them because they were not even around. They were like distracting people for like a minute or two. They were fighting on their own on the point, distracting people, and you were with Cyclus in Victor were just throwing easy damage, easy life on them. And that I think you would need a scout like this if you replace Delzik now, that just can play without heals and just goes in and does like these mouse forward plays, does Kyler for fun plays, basically to make a lot of room for your heavy classes. So I don't know. I like them tonight. They're not on the. They need special mentioning because they're on the bottom of the scoreboard. Especially that Stick guy in the end. He did like a really clutch play. Delzik. He did a clutch play through the drop down section there, and he did the Boston Basher up, this drop down and dropped the medic from behind. So that was really good. And
oh really? I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize.
And it was on stream, I think, if I remember.
Nice. Yeah, that's why I want him to play. Like even if he has the worst day, even if he doesn't feel like playing, and maybe he doesn't have the biggest damage, but then he always gets the important picks and he's in the right places.
Sheepy is just saying in the stream chat that he's looking for a team now because they're folding, so...
What?
Maybe.
That's new to me.
Yeah,
don't believe him.
He's just saying it in the stream chat. Razor's Edge is here.
Trials are opening, Sheepy.
Hello.
Let's move this interview along then.
Razor's Edge, I would be on that trial spot now. If Sheepy's leaving the sinking ship, you should fucking just alienate him now and be like, hey, I'm here, Speech. Let's go into a separate Mumble channel. Let's go. Oh, he's joking. He's saying he's joking.
Yeah, I think he's joking. We weren't it wasn't really all mad or in our Mumble there. I think they will all continue and want to win this one then.
Nice, that's good. Because that's what I didn't like before. I said, like, I heard that both of the teams are going to fold if, like, either of them doesn't win. And I'm all up for stability, so I would rather see, like, a good Div 1 team than no Div 1 team in the end, you know? Like, just random people there.
One thing I want to ask, before we move on to the Suro final question for Skeets, what was the deal with the GF18 recruitment post?
I think after last season... things didn't went so well. Like we had tiebreaker against MIPC for the Prem playoff, and we had way worse results than we expected, and people were a bit depressed. And then Salmon had to leave because he went to Canada, so things weren't going well with the team. And I, as medic, wasn't having fun, so I basically said, like, I want to make the team stronger for next season, and I want to play in Prem because that's where I really feel challenged to compete and to play with 100% focus. But then afterwards, things got better. I was okay with playing in Div 1 if we would have lost this. But I think GF took it seriously. I told him, like, I'm okay to play, but he left the recruitment post up. I think, I don't know, he was afraid that we might fold, but if it was up to me, we wouldn't anyway. So
Okay.
that's that.
You've
and
satisfied my urge.
Can I do a shout out, by the way?
Absolutely.
Okay, I have to shout out Juppe, best gamer. Go to www.jupegamer.eu.
Yeah, you can donate there.
Learn
You
to
should.
be the best gamer in the world. Thanks.
Let's talk to our last place team tonight. Decerto, you guys suck. What's happening? Kratos and Razor's Edge.
Well, I don't know what happened against the Russians on Gullywash. We were 2-0 in front, and we should have really won this. I really don't know what just happened that we lost the whole map there. And I think Fenneks was just a better team. We didn't really stand a chance. I mean, we won a few mids, but we failed the last push then, and they pushed us back to our last. They were just better.
Yeah, you guys never really seemed to get a foothold in that game, but the one against Lethal Weapon was a lot closer. I know your roster in particular has a lot of back and forth and changes, and potential changes this, even in the preseason before the season started. You just mentioned there that you're planning to stay together, but will we see any roster changes for the Division 1 version of Team Decerto?
I haven't talked to them finally now. I mean, this was the first time we played with the Sucker today, so just that you know. But I guess this could be the final roster. I think Slate will be on the final roster for sure. It's just the medic spot then, but I guess the Sucker has a good chance to get it, and the rest will hopefully stay.
What's the status of the Sucker? Did he just show up magically tonight to plug that medic hole left by Hildreth, or is he really wanting to come back and play the full season?
Yeah, he would really come back. I think Dupe got him in it. They are friends in real life or something.
Oh yeah.
So he just messaged him if he's available. He said yes, and then there he was.
So in hindsight, it was the admins who sort of stole your Premiership spot away and forced you into the playoffs. Like, was that the right decision by the admins?
Well, I guess that, like you could say,
It's been proven so.
Yeah. So, like you could say, we played the playoffs and we didn't win it. Like this was the lower part of the Prem, I would say. So, obviously we lost it, so we deserve the Prem spot all. So that's just fair decision, in my opinion. The playoffs were really fair, so we just lost.
You can forgive the admins then. No bad blood. Just want to say before we end the cast as well, fuck Permzilla. Just want to put that out there.
And fuck Hildreth, sorry.
And yeah, Hildreth as well. How could he leave you guys? Wow, what a rude guy.
What a fucking
to
scrub,
play,
honestly.
They go
through that. They're not afraid of taking the test. They fail. They have the courage and the sportsmanship to say the other team deserves it and we're gonna win in Div 1, which I really honor. And that guy just fucking bails out. That's fucking disgusting. It is, Geej. Aren't you like agreeing? It's fucking weak.
Yeah, I
fuck
guess
that
so.
kid. Sorry for swearing. I'm gonna end this now. I had a
I'm
great
not
night.
mad at him.
It was a lot of fun. 3 maps of Gully Wash, crits all over the place. Russians, Germans, Dutchies. We had them all. James, what do you say?
Yeah, just like to mention as well, we did invite the Russians here, or at least Forsaken, for an interview, but those guys drowning their sorrows, no doubt. But let's wrap things up. I'll give the Decerto guys a chance to give their shout outs before we close it off.
Yeah, congratulations to Skeech and Fenneks, of course.
Aww.
He really deserved it, finally.
Aww.
Oh, you should be mad at them. They kicked you from
I'm
the
blushing
roster.
so hard now.
I'm not.
Oh yeah. Oh, all these. This is like Game of Thrones here. James here. All the background stories we
Demo's going
forgot.
everywhere.
Well, I'd also like to thank the admins for putting on these qualifiers. It really worked out quite well. Great start to the season, and we'll promote one more time the Team Fortress TV Zowie Invitational number 2 that's happening on Sunday. Be there from 15 CET right here on this same Twitch channel. There's going to be an article coming out probably on Saturday looking at detail in the teams, giving you the brackets, the seedings, all the gossip, everything, just to get that hype up one more notch.
Sorry.
Say again?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we might even release the brackets early. There's a lot of people asking about the seedings. Might put that out tonight if I have time. John says as well, let people know that the ETF2L Highlander Season 5 award polls are going to be coming out on ETF2L. That's a first for Highlander, getting their awards and stuff, as I understand it. I'm really enjoying playing Highlander. It's totally legitimate now. Believe that. Any final thoughts, Ips?
No. Good night.
Peace. Thank you, John.
Thank you, John. Wow, John is a legend.
Thank you,
John